going on, boys and girls? We are in Chi-Town. I'm with my man, Shaun Hadsall. We are having a great time here, linking up at a cool event. And we've got 3 tips for you guys today on carb cycling. So we're going to talk to Shaun, who's an expert in this subject, and he's going to give us his 3 best tips to help you lose fat rapidly if you want to introduce carb cycling to your diet. This is the hot topic. So Shaun, first off, welcome to the channel, my man. How you doing?
Great, bro.
Good. Guess how old this guy is? 42 years old. Show him the guns, man. Show him the guns. Look at this guy. 42 years old. This guy actually was a Body for Life champion as well. He's a great friend of mine. So we want to take this opportunity to help you guys out.
Awesome. Yeah, so Vinny wanted me to give my 3 best carb cycling tips. And we come up with a really good plan that you guys can use. And you can implement these anytime. But the first one that really makes sense is everybody likes to carb load on a weekend, whether it's cheap food or extra carbs, right? Go on a weekend bender. So one of the best things that you can do is to deplete for 3 days in a row after a weekend bender. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just keep your impact carbs, which would be your starches and your fruits, under 50 grams. Now, if you really want to get aggressive, you want to keep them under 25 grams. So if you do this for 3 days in a row, what this is going to do is obviously it's going to deplete all those extra carbs out of your muscle and your liver, and that's going to put you into fat burning mode. So you're going to actually turn off your body's ability to burn carbs and actually start turning on fat burning. So that's tip number 1.
Okay, so tip number 1, just to clarify, is after a weekend bender, you guys go to Vegas, you go out with your buddies, you blow your diet. 3 days after, you're gonna go no carbs except for maybe just vegetables.
Exactly, and what you want to do is make sure that you're upping your fats and your veggies on that day to make up for those lost calories.
So high protein, high fat, no carbs for 3 days after a weekend bender.
You got it.
Beautiful, I love it. Tip number 2.
Tip number 2 is eat more white starches. And most people think they need to avoid white starches, or they should be choosing lower glycemic starches, right? Like yams and brown rice. But most people don't realize that if you're a high intensity exerciser, and if you're watching this channel, you probably are, your metabolic demands and needs are totally different. So white starches are actually more desirable than things like brown rice sometimes, because it has like lectins in it, gluten. Sometimes this can be more problematic. Well, white starches have the ability to increase your metabolism and make sure that you keep your testosterone to estrogen ratio in place. So eat more white starches in your post-workout window, primarily after weight training.
That's great. It's actually interesting because when I was really skinny and I was trying to build muscle, I used to eat a lot of white starches like white rice, white potatoes, because it increases your appetite. It goes through you quickly and you'll be hungry again. So I actually do this as I get close to a show as well. The last 3 days when we're carbing up, it's always high glycemic carbs. So that makes sense. That's a great tip, Shaun. All right, bring it home, buddy. Tip number 3.
Tip number 3 is going to be alternating what I call a carb up day with a deplete day. So this is an awesome strategy. So for example, when you weight train, maybe you do a weight training workout like on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. High intensity weight training. On those days you want to carb up. Obviously, I'm sure you preach post-workout window, right? Pre-workout window is going to be okay as well. But then what you want to do is the very next day, you want to put your body into fat burning mode. So the way to do this is just to deplete on those days like we just talked about. So keep your carbs under 50 grams on that day. Well, now this is a great strategy to use. You can even use this long term, so you're alternating carb up with a deplete day. Now this is a great way to
like a full program.
You can do it, yeah. And what happens on this is it's a great way to build muscle or maintain muscle while you burn fat.
Interesting. Okay, so did you guys get that? So Shaun's going weight training Monday, Wednesday, Friday, interval cardio Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. On the weight training days, he's doing high carbs. On the interval cardio, you're going 0 carbs, like just really low.
Just make sure it's under 50. If you want to get aggressive, you can go under 25 grams. But the key on these days, Vince, is to make sure you're doing high intensity, short bursts. So not just even intervals, like 20 to 30 second hard bursts, because that's what's going to release the adrenaline. And when carbs are low, the adrenaline can work its magic to break apart that stubborn fat. It's a great strategy for targeting lower belly fat.
Right, so this is obviously a very intense technique. Would you recommend somebody doing this for 2 weeks, 6 weeks?
I think the perfect amount of time to do this is for 14 days and see how your body responds. We're all metabolic different.
Yeah. Okay, that's a great point. All right, guys, that's awesome. Very, very helpful. If you guys want more carb cycling tips from this man, Shaun Hadsall, be sure to check out his YouTube channel. Subscribe to his YouTube channel now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys got any questions or comments for either of us, leave them in the comment section below. Have a great day, guys. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, man.
Oh, so I go like, never done this before. Give us a second. So when we go like this, you're gonna go like this. Okay, and this is the rocket launcher. Never seen that before?
No.
All right, we'll practice it again. All right, thanks, man.